It's your boy Evie. You're watching Evie Family ENT. And if you like what you see, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. So you could become part of Evie's family. Eminem, Sing for the Moment, official music video. Thank you, Laura. I am so thankful for your requests. I think you know this by now, but if you don't, I'm telling you again. I am so thankful for your request because you keep requesting Eminem. And I would love to do Eminem on the channel, as I always say. So, Eminem, Sing for the Moment, official music video. Let's get it. Let's go. Rose, pay close attention, okay? No, but it's actually a deep song. That's why I say that. This is a very, it's not like a Mockingbird, like emotional like that. It's a connection song, you know. I do know the song, everyone. So let's get it. Let's go. And by the way, the Eminem Show is my favorite Eminem album. Will always be my favorite Eminem album, unless the new one that he comes out with, because he's dropping a new album. And that is official from Dr. Dre. And then they all put a picture out with Easy Mill in the picture too, so I can't wait for that. But Eminem Show is hands down my favorite. I think that's his best album. I think the Marshall Mathers LP would be right underneath Eminem Show for me. And then the third one, I would probably give it to Marshall Mathers LP 2. And then Slim Shady LP. And then Recovery. No, Recovery would come before Slim Shady LP. And that's where I'm at with it. And then Relapse, I really like, I'm starting to like Relapse. I never really was a big fan of Relapse, like the entirety of the album, but I'm starting to really become a fan of Relapse now. I do not like Encore though. And there are some Eminem songs off of Encore that I have not heard. I will tell you guys that right now. I have not heard them one time in my life. There's a few off of Encore. Just because, I don't know, and I know I haven't heard them because I can look at the title and tell you verbatim I haven't. But I don't think they're going to be good. I think they're going to be songs I'm not aware of. So. Got you, Tix. Oh, okay, Laura. I'm gonna relapse if you don't hit play.
These ideas are nightmares to white parents whose worst fear is a child with dyed hair and who likes earrings. Like whatever they say has no bearing. It's so scary in a house that allows no swearing. To see him walking around with his headphones blaring, alone in his own zone, cold and he don't care. He's a problem child. What bothers him all comes out when he talks about his dad walking out. Cause he hates him so bad that he blocks him out. If he ever saw him again, he'd probably knock him out. His thoughts are whacked. He's mad, so he's talking back, talking black, brainwashed from rock and rap. He sags his pants through rags and a stocking cap. His stepfather hit him, so he socked him back. He broke his nose. His house is a broken home. There's no control. He just lets his emotions go.
All right, yeah. So he's painting a picture. In this one, Laura is who requested this, but she obviously knows the song very well. So I'm gonna be kind of directing my focus on explaining the song to everyone because I'm putting this as a reaction. But in the live, I'm gonna be like focused on Rose. You're like gonna be in my mind of who I'm talking to, kind of to explain everything about this and why this is such an impactful Eminem song. But he's like, he just gave an entire picture of childhood, of what he had to deal with growing up, while adding how he felt during it, while adding his emotions and why he does the things that he does, why he says the things that he says, why he is the way that he is in a way. All in that one verse, not simple, but all in that one verse where people would hear this from M, which this is actually my favorite M, by the way, when M gets into rapping straight to you like this, even though I love the bars and the rhyme and the cadences, but it's something about like this song, The Way I Am, and a few others that it's just that talking to you M, that it's just like right there, Mockingbird. And this is one of those. But he just gave all of that in that short amount of time while explaining it, or while rapping it like perfectly. Like the imagery he just painted there for you in a matter of less than a minute.
Knock him out.
And you can know all
he's
that.
Mad, so he's talking back, talking black, brainwashed from rock and rap. He sags his pants, threw rags and a stocking cap. His stepfather hit him, so he socked him back. He broke his nose. His house is a broken home. There's no control. He just lets his emotions go.
And then he did the whole verse. No, go, broken nose. From rock and rap. He's talking smack, talking black. And then I'm trying to think when because I thought he did that the entire time. I thought he did I thought he did a rhyme scheme from the start to the finish, but I think he switched it up halfway now that I'm saying it back verbatim, because stock and cap wouldn't go with nose. So yeah, I think he switched it up halfway.
Black, brainwashed from rock and rap. He sags his pants, threw rags and a stocking cap. His stepfather hit him, so he socked him back and broke his nose. His house is a broken home. There's no control. He just lets his emotions go.
Right before he goes, this is another song that we have to do on that theme live I keep telling you guys about. I'm not going to say it in the... Actually, I will, because I don't think I've actually put it into a reaction. And if I did, oh well, they got to hear it again. It is what it is. But I'm planning on doing a themed live, which will be tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow's Tuesday night will be the theme live. So I will be still accepting priority requests. We do that on everything. But it will not be like a request night. It's an actual theme. And that theme is going to be covers that songs that I know, like sing this song right here, or Changes, which I did not know. I'm going through changes. M song that's on Recovery. I did not know that was Ozzy Osbourne's song. Never knew that until YouTube showed me the original song the other day on the live. And I really want to go through these old, I want to see where the samples originally come from. I want to hear the originals. And because to me, M makes these his originals. So I'm curious to see how they would sound. And then also versus other artists. Because is my bias going to play into it? Because, like, for me, I think M literally made these songs his songs. But I want to see the difference in how I feel when I'm watching it, and to see if I have that much bias in that.
And broke his nose. His house is a broken home. There's no control. He just lets his emotions go.
Okay, yeah.
Entertainment is changing, intertwining with gangsters. In the land of the killers, a sinner's mind is a sanctum. Only
in the land, the hell was that? Oh, thank you, Laura. But in the same, oh man, thank you so much, Laura. I was about to say F you, Laura, but it was a joke because I forgot I'm not actually saying F you. I'm just saying I forgot the damn, what I was about to say.
Entertainment is changing, intertwining with gangsters. In the land of the killers, a sinner's mind is a sanctum.
Yeah, in the land of the killers, Thank you, Laura. A sinners mind is a sanctum. So a sinister's mind, like you being sinister, and I hope he's saying this, because that's what I've always thought this whole time. But I don't know if sinist and sinister are the same thing. Or is he just saying like a sinist mind, like someone that's sinning in like a demonic mind, you know? Or like an evil mind. I think that's what he's saying, but and that's kind of the same thing as sinister, like wicked, evil. So in a sinist mind, or in a sinist spot, a what? Damn it. I'm confused myself.
Is changing, intertwined with gangsters. In the land of the killers, a sinner's mind is a sanctum.
Yeah, a sinner's mind is a sanctum. In the land of the killers, a sinner's mind is a sanctum. And then he also talked about, he said, with the fame. So he's specifically talking about, like, the Hollywood life. And then a sinner's mind, this is a sanctum for him. He feels at home in this mind. But then he's not talking about it. M's not talking about it strictly from the Hollywood aspect. I was just giving that example because that reminds me of another reaction we just did. It was a Tool reaction, kind of talking about the same thing. But M is talking about it from a way that I was explaining on a different reaction as well the other day when I was saying about the drugs on the Metallica reaction, when I was saying people that are addicted, sometimes if you're addicted to drugs, or even if it's not, you weren't addicted to drugs, if you grew up a certain way, if you grew up around this type of environment or this type of persona, and I gave the example of like a trap house. If you grew up around a trap house and you grew up around just being in messed up situations, spots that would scare a lot of people, or spots that would make people feel very, very uncomfortable, feel very, very paranoid, you feel most at home. And I resonate with that because for a very long time, I mean, I'm still kind of that way, you know, but not as bad as I was, I would say, because I was really like that for a long period of my life where I only felt at home around like the worst fucking places you could possibly be. And I wouldn't feel comfortable when I was around more safety, I guess I would say. I would feel more uncomfortable. So that's...
Entertainment is changing, intertwined with gangsters. In the land of the killers, a sinner's mind is a sanctum. Only you're unholy, only have one homie. Only this only, cause only need one homie. Yet everybody just feels like they can relate. I guess words are they can be great, they can degrade. Even words they can teach hate. It's like these kids hang on every single statement we make, like they worship us. Plus all the stores ship us platinum. Now how the f did this metamorphosis happen? From standing on corners and porches just rapping to having a fortune, no more kissing. Then these critics crucify you, journalists try to burn you, fans turn on you, attorneys all wanna turn at you to get their hands on every time you have. They want you to lose your mind every time you mad, so they can try to make you out to look like a loose cannon. Any dispute won't hesitate to produce. That's why these prosecutors wanna convict me, strictly just to get me off of these streets quickly. But all they kids be listening to me religiously, so I'm signing CDs while police fingerprint me. They're for the judge's daughter, but it's grudges against me. If I'm such a menace, this doesn't make sense to me. It's all political. If my music is literal and I'm a criminal, how can I raise a little girl? I couldn't, I wouldn't be fit to. You're full of shit, Carrera. That was our best to hit you.
I sing that with so much emphasis on that part, y'all. You know, I understand that could give away. I understand that doing this type of stuff, right? Like, you guys love this type of stuff, right? Or actually, I don't know if you guys do, but if you're still here and coming back to watch these reactions in particular, I'm assuming you guys liked it. But I know when I put these out as reactions, I know that this is the type of stuff that turns a lot of people away. And I get the comments like, oh, stop talking, blah, blah, blah. But I do it, and I do it even more, and I'm going to keep doing it because that part right there, just like I was explaining on Mockingbird, like the parts that I get super hype on, it's because it's hitting me right here in the heart. Like I can feel those parts. I like the whole song or whatever parts I like in songs. It doesn't just have to make me feel it. But when you hear me scream and get hype, I'm feeling this fucking song. And this goes into the same exact thing and that I was talking about on Mockingbird with my situation. I already explained it on Mockingbird, so I'm not going to constantly just sit here and repeat myself with saying the same story. If people don't know, go watch the Mockingbird reaction or any other of my lives or whatever, and you'll understand what I went through with my baby mama and all that. But for the people that are in the live and that are caught up to speed on that, that part hits me specifically for, it's like all these people want to make you out to look like a loose cannon. They want to make you out to look angry. They want to make you out to look like you're the problem. That does not just affect me with what happened in court, because that's where it started for me. Because at that point in my life, like, I had everything. I've been at my job for 8 years, y'all. I've literally been at my job since the first month, the second day that building was built. I'm like one of the original OGs still at the job. Through everything I went through getting accused being a drug addict, getting accused being alcoholic, being accused of having anger problems, being accused of being a shitty father, being accused of I must be on so much drugs. I lost my job. That's why you're on drugs. You lost your daughter. You lost your job. You lost your house. And in reality, I didn't lose not one of any of these things the entire time. I kept everything. Never failed a drug test in my life. Every alcohol analysis they gave me said I'm not even mildly addicted to anything. Military, they said I wasn't going to get in the military because I had a couple misdemeanors and a felony from when I was super, super, super young that still got in the military. They made that happen because they were full of shit. My job right now says that, but it's like people come at you and they put this shit on you or they talk shit to the point where they want you to get mad. They want you to act crazy. But in reality, they don't. They only want you to act that way so it could benefit their agenda of trying to bring you down or bring you into something that they're dealing with negatively. They want you to jump to that level so they don't look as bad. And this has been a repetitive thing in my life for years and years and years. And I have never once been proven, convicted, any of it ever. It was always proven wrong every single time in my life. And people get mad at that. But then people get mad when you do the right thing. And I'm saying all this not for me. I'm saying this to explain where M is coming from on this part. Like, I want people to realize that may not have gone through anything like that. I want them I want to try to give off the feeling of why his voice is sounding the way it's sounding on that part. Why I get so hype on that part. Like, it's more than just words at that point. It's literally a connection right there that's like, that fucking feeling of knowing that you overcame what everybody says about you. There's no other feeling in this world like it. But you also have to open your eyes and realize people are not doing any of this to benefit you. They want you to look miserable because they think they look miserable and they don't want to portray that. So they want you to portray it.
Fans turn on you, attorneys all wanna turn it to get their hands on every dime you have. They want you to lose your mind every time you mad. So they can try to make you out to look like a loose cannon. Any dispute won't hesitate to produce me. That's why these prosecutors wanna convict me, strictly just to get me off of these streets quickly. But all they kids be listening to me religiously, so I'm signing CDs while police fingerprint me. They're for the judge's daughter, but it's grudges against me. If I'm such a menace, it doesn't make sense, B. It's all political. If my music is literal, then I'm a criminal. How can I raise a little girl? I couldn't, I wouldn't be fit to. You're full of too, Guerrera. That was a bitch that hit you.
I used to always say you're full of shit too, and then my baby mama's name. And I used to, that was like at the time when I was going through that part. But I always end up replacing that name with all the different times this has happened in my life. Like, cause this, I told you, me and M, I relate to M on a whole nother level. Like, I literally feel every word of what he says because my life has gone his exact way for a very long time. Not exact way, but very effing similar when it comes to cases, when it comes to the little girl aspect of it, like having a daughter, and then when it comes to the women aspect of it, like my life has been right there.
It's literal and I'm a criminal. How the f can I raise a little girl? I couldn't, I wouldn't be fit to. You're full of too, Guerrera. That was a bitch that hit you. They say music can alter moods and talk to you. Well, can it load it for you and do? Well, if it can, and the next time you assault to do, just tell the judge it was my fault and I'll get sued. See what these kids do is hear about us. They wanna get on.
Damn.
They think this.
Sorry, Laura. I didn't even know that this was the not that. I don't even realize. Damn it. So I wish I would have known that, Laura. But I've heard these songs so much, and I listen to M so much, and I know every word of this. So in my mind, I'm not even realizing that it's not the explicit version. But in order to do this song, the explicit version, I can't have the music video. For this one at least, or for Stan, or for Mockingbird. But like when we get into the other ones, it's gonna be, no, I'll make sure they are all explicit. It just reminded me. But I do want everyone to know I don't even realize that it's not explicit because I'm literally singing the explicit words because I know the words of the song.
Talk to you. Well, can it load it?
And I apologize, Laura.
Well, if it can, and the next time you assault to do, just tell the judge it was my fault and I'll get sued. See what these kids do is hear about us. They wanna get one. They think this shit is cool, not knowing we really just protecting ourselves. We entertainers, of course it's affecting ourselves. You ignoramus, but music is reflection of self. We just explain it, and then we get our checks in the mail. It's debated how we can come from practically nothing to being able to have anything that we wanted. That's why we sing for these kids who don't have a thing except for a dream and a rat magazine, who post pin-up pictures on their walls all day long, idolize their favorite rappers and know all they songs. Or for anyone who's ever been through shit lives, so they sit and they cry at night, wishing they died. So they throw on a rap record and they sit and they vibe with nothing to you, but with a fucking they eyes. That's why we seize the moment, try to freeze it and own it, squeeze it and hold it, cause we consider these minutes golden. And maybe they'll admit it when we're gone. Just let our spirits live on through our lyrics that you hear in our songs, and we can fight.
And again, as we get to more songs that I haven't listened to as much when it comes to Eminem, the reactions won't be. I am trying to get away from the singing so much on the reactions. You know, I can't help it, y'all. I like to sing. I can't sing. I can't help it, y'all. I like to rap. I can't rap, but I naturally like to do that, you know? But I am trying to like lower that a bit, right? Because I don't want it to affect the video itself. And I feel like I've been doing a decently okay job with lowering that. But when it comes to those parts in particular, where I started actually screaming those parts, that was because once we found out it was the explicit version, I wanted to make it the explicit version. So I figured I'll put the explicit parts in there. Because the video is going to get demonetized anyways. The live's going to get blocked anyways. They literally block my lives 2 minutes after I do a live. So at this point, I don't even care anymore. And on the emotional parts, like I said in the second verse, there's a reason I put so much energy into explaining these things. There's a reason why, you know, say I talk a lot, yes, but sometimes I force myself to talk that much because I don't want to stop talking about that certain, whatever it is, that situation, like, hence that second verse. I'm not going to stop talking about it as passionately as I do until I feel like I've gotten it off in a way that everyone, I know not everyone will understand the exact way that a song might portray something, or a reactor like me might be trying to portray it, but I'm going to try my hardest to get it off as close as possible that people can somewhat maybe feel that, you know, whether they can or can't. But yeah, that's the point of that. Now, enough about me. To finish it with that third verse, though, the third verse was strictly for the fans. The third verse was, the second verse was going at everybody going against him, right? Like when your back's against the wall and you just feel attacked and attacked and attacked and attacked and attacked and attacked and attacked from every which effing way 24/7, you turn into, you know, you could go different routes. People sometimes deal with stuff like that and they get some people, like my brother, gets very depressed or gets very overwhelmed and depressed, and then ends up what he did. You guys know about that. Or there's another route where people may lash the F out and then they end up locked up, or they end up gone because of street situations. Or there's another option that M is trying to present to people, saying, why don't you take all that frustration or all that anger or all that resentment that you get from everybody? Why don't you take that and I'm going to show you what you can do with it? Put it towards something that you know you'll give your all to, like how he did with rap. He said that's why for him, rap was that. Rap was like everything for M. And I don't think enough people understand that. Because especially by the way M gets bashed so much. I mean, that's going to come all the time because he's great at what he does. Just like BTS, just like Blackpink, like we were talking about earlier. But the way that some people get bashed, to the extent that they get bashed, and with the arguments that people present, it's like, I feel like a lot of that comes from people not grasping or not understanding. Like, they don't take artists' words serious. Like, they don't take the words literal. And I feel a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people will hear something, but think it's just a metaphor, think it means something else, But sometimes these people are being straightforward. They are being as literal as they could get. Like if M says rap was my life, if I did not have rap, I would not do anything else. I would not succeed at anything. My life would be gone. I can understand that and I can appreciate that. So thank you.